Hello everyone, and in this video I would like to show you another very beautiful and a very instructive chess endgame study, once again by Samir Badalov, the Azerbaijani chess problem composer, player and trainer. So this is also a very instructive chess problem. I don't know if this was taken from a real chess game, but I think this was a chess problem composition by Badalov. First of all, this is an advanced level chess problem composition, so you might not see what's happening here. So solving this problem and finding the winning combinations is not easy, even though there are not so many pieces on the board, even though it doesn't look like a very complicated position, but this is actually a very complicated chess problem, so you will see why. Now, what would you do in this position? Even the first question is not easy. So it looks like you can push the h pawn or maybe the a pawn. Which pawn to push? What would you do? Well, the correct move is pushing the a pawn. a5 is the correct move. But let me show you what happens if pushing the h pawn. Actually, this is not going to work, because of king to g3, and after pushing the pawn, black is creating a dangerous pass pawn. So white is also creating a pass pawn. So a5, okay, black can't actually do nothing because of pushing the pawn. That looks dangerous. So black has to take, I think, and then pushing the pawn, locking the pawn down, and then bishop to e4, h4, g6, and bishop takes on c6. If capturing back with the pawn, then pushing the pawn. White is also going to promote the queen, so bishop takes is a must in this position, because again, if capturing back with the pawn, then pushing the pawn, bishop takes, f7, and white is promoting the queen, but black is too close for promoting the queen, and it looks like at best white has some perpetual check. And how do you win here in this position? So if you want to attack your opponent's king, actually you have to have more than just one queen in this position, especially because black is very close and black is also supporting the pawn with the bishop. So maybe there is perpetual check in this position. So we can say that white is actually not winning. So in this position, a5 is the correct move, and you will understand better. So in this position, white is threatening to push the pawn, and how do you defend that? So pushing the pawn, capturing, that looks very dangerous, and white is creating a pass pawn. Bishop has to defend. So black captures, this is the main line. But if not doing anything, again, let's say capturing the pawn, king takes on h3, then a6, threatening a7, and then queen. So b takes on a6, b takes on a6, and then bishop to c6. It looks like the bishop is defending, but in here white has a very beautiful tactic. What would you do if you had the white pieces? Okay, the move is this: bishop takes on g6, and if capturing the bishop, then pushing the pawn, and this bishop is overloaded. So if king to g4, then promoting the queen. And if after bishop takes on g6, if not capturing the bishop, if king to g4, if king to g4, it looks like the king is going behind the pawn just on time, and it feels like black is going to be able to defend. But after bishop takes on f7, king takes on g5, and both the bishop is defending on a8, and it looks like black is going to capture this pawn after white makes his move. So it is white to move, and what would you do again in this position? Which move is the winning move? You have to be precise here. There is a move that wins, so try to find that move, which is very simple, but you can easily miss this move. Okay, so this is the move. Bishop to e8, of course. So this is the fantastic move, and if king takes on f6, then simply capturing the bishop, and black can stop this a pawn, and white is winning. So after this move, if bishop takes bishop, then pushing the pawn, and you can see that once again the bishop is overloaded. So bishop to c6, f7, and black can stop both of these pawns. So this is basically game over. So bishop to e8 was the move. And okay, so in this position, if you would play something like, by the way, if you would make a move like this, then bishop takes basically is winning. So you can promote. This time it is not overloaded. If you push this pawn, then bishop takes, and if you push this pawn again, then bishop is reaching just on time. So again, you had to be precise in that position as well, in that possible continuation. So a5 is the move, b takes on a5, and then it is white to move. Now, guessing the next move of white is not easy. Even if you can guess the next move of white, understanding what's happening here is actually pretty deep, and it is also very complicated. So, but if you can understand what's happening here, maybe you are a secret hidden chess genius, or maybe you are a very strong chess player. Maybe you are a chess grandmaster, but if you're not, guessing this move as a beginner or as an improving chess player is not easy. Even if you can guess the move, again, understanding the deep idea is pretty difficult. But I'm still going to ask you, can you see what's happening here? How white can win this? Well, the move is this, b6, but did you see the idea? Okay, so c takes on b6. If c6, then we have this pretty nice move, bishop to a6. If capturing, white is creating a pass pawn. So this is unstoppable. So black captures the pawn and eliminating the threat, and now white is pushing the pawn, and this is the big difference. Not pushing the pawn at move 1, but pushing the h-pawn at move 3 after creating some weakness in the queen side. I will go back to there. So king to g3, going behind the h-pawn, and it is white to move. Now white pushes the pawn, and this is different. After g takes on h5, it is white to move. Now this was the whole idea of white. What would you do if you had the white pieces? So if you want, you can pause the video and try to guess the move. Okay, so this is the move, bishop to b5, offering the bishop for creating a pass pawn, deflecting the bishop, and in this position black has to capture, because if you don't capture, then pushing the pawn and threatening to push the pawn. So if f takes on g6, only then capturing the bishop, and this pawn is going to be a queen. You can stop this. And if h4, if ignoring the threat, then actually it is pretty simple. Bishop takes bishop. After pushing the pawn, bishop takes pawn. Pushing the pawn, black is only one move away, but white is easily defending with the bishop. Bishop to d5, defending from this long diagonal, and white also has two connected pass pawns. This is doom and gloom for black. So actually, I'm trying to check out if there is any variation that I forgot to tell you. So bishop takes on e8 is actually winning. So sorry, bishop to b5 is the move. And what else? So h4 doesn't work because of capturing. And if king to g4, okay, this is the variation that I was looking for. So g6 and threatening to push the pawn. So if f takes on g6, f7. So h3, and white is faster. Actually, h2, check, queen goes back, and this is easily winning for white. So, okay, h4, king to g3, h5 takes, and bishop to b5 is the move. I don't know if you see all this, but this is a pretty creative and a pretty beneficial interactive chess problem composition, a beautiful endgame study for both improving chess players and also for advanced chess players. So bishop takes on b5 is a must because of all these reasons. And it is white to move. I think this time it should be very easy. Now it is getting much more simple after capturing the bishop. So it is white to move and win. What would you do? Actually, there is only one move that wins, and that is g6, of course, threatening to push the pawn and promoting the queen. So black has to take, and then pushing the pawn, and basically black can't stop the promotion. Although in this position, I'm a little bit skeptical because it looks like, okay, white has the queen, but black has a lot of pawns. Actually, black has, let me count that, 3, 4, 5 pawns and the bishop. And okay, the engine says this is winning for white, but still white has to be careful. Okay, at worst, of course, white has perpetual check and draw, probably. So still, this was the pretty interactive chess problem composition. So let's take it back again. a5 was the move. Not pushing the h-pawn at move 1 was not the move, because, I mean, this is tempting, but you had to be very precise, and you also had to calculate very deeply. So king to g3, pushing the pawn, and this time it is not working because black is also creating a pass pawn. I mean, this is, it doesn't look very good, but after a5, basically white is creating this little hole for the bishop, and this was the idea. After bishop to b5, this is actually a difficult position. So this time white is much faster. This is the problem for black. So in the previous variation, after pushing the h-pawn, black is the one who is pretty fast. This time white is faster. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time with more interactive chess problem compositions. Stay safe, take care, and bye bye.